We all have been in situations where we don't want to be. We absolutely hate where we are, and we continue to do the same thing again and again. Or sometimes you just don't want to engage with someone and you find yourself in the same spot again and again. And that happens because you're not able to detach yourself. You're still seeking something out of that particular situation, which is pretty unhealthy, and oftentimes it does not really help with your manifestations as well. So that's exactly what we are going to talk about today: detachment. We're going to cover multiple aspects, but of course, starting from why we cannot detach, and moving forward, we'll be seeing that how we can detach. Now, starting, if you cannot detach from something, please don't hold it against yourself. I read this somewhere and I just wanted to share it here. If your brain is doing anything, it's for your own good. Your brain cannot go against you. Yes, it may lack balance, definitely, and you can always find that balance, or you can always achieve that balance by conscious intervention. But if you are feeling like, oh my god, I just cannot detach, and you're going on a rant and you are hating yourself for it, don't do that. It's not going to serve you in the long run. Now, coming to why you are maybe not able to detach, and there are multiple possibilities around the topic, so we are going to just take a few, and if this resonates, great. But you can always have your own reasons for why you're not able to detach. First, and the most common one, is wherever you find yourself stuck, or wherever you find yourself too attached and not being able to detach, you most probably are only familiar with the situation and your brain feels safe there. So brain, like I said, is just concerned with your safety. Brain does not care about what makes you happy, what does not make you happy. That is not brain's concern. Brain is mostly concerned with your safety, your survival, and stuff like that. So when it comes to happiness, when it comes to thriving in life, you have to go and do some conscious intervention. Now, you may be stuck in certain places or certain equations, relationships, because that is all your brain is familiar with, and it's clinging on to the familiarity because it's safe. It makes the brain feel like it's in control, and that's a win-win situation. It's safe, it's in control, and you feel like, okay, I'm trying to do this, but it's so not happening. I end up doing the same exact thing again and again. So that could be one of the reasons. The other reason could be that you fear the unknown, which is basically the extended point of the previous point that we shared. So fear of unknown can develop a lot of anxiety for a lot of people, especially if you are someone who likes to have a lot of control around yourself. When it comes to going for the unknown, you may feel very unsettled, you may feel very disconnected, and that can be one of the reasons that you're not able to go for it. Go for the new thing, go detach yourself from this thing which is keeping you on hold, and go seek or thrive the new thing. Now, even though these two are very correlated points, oftentimes it can be that you are struggling with the unknown but not the safety part, or maybe sometimes you're very okay with the unknown and struggling with the safety part, and sometimes it can be both. So it's not both have to exist together kind of situation. There can be other reasons as well. Not going there and moving further, attachment, where there is too much attachment or unhealthy attachment, to say so, is where it becomes a problem, and is where you actually start to need to detach. Now, attachment in itself is not a problem. The opposite of detachment would not be oh, you should not be attached at all, or when we are seeking detachment, it should not be like, oh, I'm not attached to anything, not like that. But you need to be attached to things, to people, to circumstances in a very healthy manner. If there is anything that you need to detach from, then that particular situation, thing, person, you're already in a very unhealthy manner attached to. and acknowledgement for the same is very, very important. A lot of times when we start doing things, the acknowledgement part is ignored, because we feel like, yeah, okay, whatever. The acknowledgement should actually kick in. And when I say it should actually kick in, I don't mean intellectual kick in. Intellectually, a lot of things we listen and we hear on daily basis, and like, yeah, okay, and we move on with our life. So what you really need to do is you need to start sitting with those thoughts, sitting with those, oh, I really am unhealthily attached here, oh, I am really so and so here. That becomes very, very, very important. So start with acknowledgement, please. Second thing is, I want you to actually see the situation the way it is. Now, oftentimes what happens when you're not able to detach, your brain is not seeing things for what they are, but instead seeing things for what it hopes it is. Now, like I said, brain is concerned with the safety. So let's say there's a situation where you're just not liking it, but you're being like, this is all I'm familiar with, so it's looking at all the positives and keeping you stuck. So instead of doing that, I need you to change your perspective a little bit and look at what really the situation is. Where do I really stand in this particular equation? What am I really doing here? And after looking at that, after deciding all of that and looking at things realistically, if you still feel like you're not able to move on, that's okay. But do that as the primary step, and a lot of times it works and it gives you the reality check that you really, really, really need. Now, coming to how you can actually detach. Detachment often is associated with a lot of sense of unworthiness. Like, if you're someone who does not feel worthy, if you're someone who struggles with self-worth or anything like that, you're more likely to unhealthily attach with things. What you can start doing is start working on your self-worth instead of trying to detach. Detachment will come as a after effect of working on your self-worth. Now, when I say that work on your self-worth, what I mean is, again, we'll start with acknowledging the fact that you are worthy and you are deserving. If you don't let that kick in and you don't remind yourself of that, okay, I have choices, I can make conscious choices, and look at what you can actually afford to do on a mental level. I'm not saying that change your life overnight, and if you're up for that, great. But if you feel like I cannot really take it right now, I need slow changes, great. But start making slow conscious choices when you're not repeating old patterns, and that will help you with your sense of worthiness in the long run, because you're constantly making choices, you're actively engaging in decision making. That will add up to your confidence, that will add up to, okay, I created this for myself. Okay, accountability will be present. Apart from that, that will also help you understand that, oh, I can make choices, I don't have to live the consequences of nonsense all the time. I can make changes in my life that I feel or think are the best for me, and that will add to your self-worth slowly, steadily, but it definitely will help. Another thing that will help you a lot is confidence, building your own confidence. When you're seeking validation from a particular situation, a lot of times what happens is people find themselves stuck in situations because it's giving you the validation that you need. It can be positive validation and negative validation. When I say validation is not always positive. Validation a lot of times is negative. So let's say you are a person who believes that they are not worthy, and now they are in this equation, in this situation where that particular thought that you are not worthy is being reaffirmed to you. You will find that situation nice, you will continue to seek that because you are seeking that validation from that particular situation and you're getting it. So instead of doing that, I need you to take a step back and build your own confidence. Building your own confidence will come from investing in yourself. It can be investing in yourself in terms to your education. It can be investing in yourself in terms to your emotional health, physical health, mental health. Whatever you think you're lacking in currently or whatever your goals are, according to that, start investing in yourself. It does not have to be a crazy $1,000 investment. It can be something as simple as, okay, let's say $100 investment or even $50 investment, does not matter. But start somewhere. When you start somewhere, you get more used to it. Like, oh, I pour into myself. It's also about pouring into yourself. When you invest, you're telling yourself, oh, I'm worthy of all of this. I'm worthy of this particular thing that I'm doing. Stuff like that. So I need you to start doing that more consistently. Okay. Another thing that will help you is prioritizing what is important to you, and you should be on the top of that list, definitely. So what prioritizing yourself can look like, of course, investing in yourself like we discussed, but also prioritizing yourself can make you step away from situations. Prioritizing yourself can look like starting your day in a certain way, having a structure throughout the day, doing certain things for your own good, saying no to things that don't serve you anymore. Prioritizing is on so many levels. It's on physical level, it's on emotional level, it's on mental level, and I want you to go for it all, not just one particular thing. Apart from this, one thing that personally helped me a lot in detaching is seeing my worth, like in my head, where do I stand and why do I stand in this place. So giving myself a reality check about where my head is about things. If I felt like I don't think I'm really good at this particular thing, is it real, or is it something that I am just speaking to myself because that's all I know? And when things were the first one, like it was real, I started working upon it as in actively trying to get better in that particular area that I felt like, oh, I'm not good enough in this particular area. If it was something that was not really there, but it was affirmed by people to me and I continued to take it forward, then I took a step back and I was like, no, okay, hold on, we are not doing this. We are not engaging in this behavior. And I did EFT, I did affirmations, whatever helped. A lot of grounding sometimes. So look into realistically where you stand in your head as well and take it forward from there. I guess that will be it for this video. If you want me to cover some other topics, please let me know. And if you think I forgot something or I did not add something, let me know that also, and I can definitely make a part 2. So I'll see you soon. Thank you.